So first of all, I really apologize for not making any videos from the previous 1 month or 1.5 months. It is because I was traveling and I was busy with various other things. In this video, I will be mainly discussing about all the details about IPO, Initial Public Offerings. My name is Mohammed Shoaib. I am the founder and CEO of MoneySpot Trading Partners. We are an educational platform for everybody who wants to learn about stock market. In this video, I will be briefly answering 5 different questions. The very first question is, what are IPOs? The second question is, why do companies apply for IPOs? The third question is, what all are the things to look for before applying for an IPO? The fourth question is applying for an IPO profitable? And the fifth question is, how to apply for an IPO? So answering your first question, that what is an IPO? The full form of IPO is nothing but Initial Public Offering. Like by now it is the IPO season and everybody might have known about an IPO, and some of you might have also applied. If I have to explain briefly about IPOs, it is nothing but a private company going public. So how it will do is, it will do it by issuing a particular part of the stake to the shareholders. So to whom it will offer this? It can offer to the domestic institutional investors, it can offer to the foreign institutional investors, it can offer to retail investors like us, or it can even offer to the high net worth individuals. Is it really easy for the company to issue initial public offerings? No, it is not easy. The company has to fulfill a lot of regulations given by SEBI, and it has to submit a lot of documents for scrutiny for the Securities Exchange Commission. Just summing it up, it is nothing but an opportunity. It is an opportunity for the company to get cash flows from the public. It is an opportunity for the public to make returns from their investments. So the second question we are going to answer today is, why do companies go for IPOs? The very first answer according to me is expansion. The companies want to expand their business and they look at different opportunities, but they will not have that required cash flow. So what they will do is, they will issue new offerings to the public and raise money from there to expand their operations. The next one, what I feel is, a lot of companies have to go into research and development, and this requires a lot of cost involved for the companies. So if they want to invest in research and development, they want a lot of money, and that is where they will go to the public to get the fundings. Another reason for the company can be to pay off their debts what they have taken. And if you look at the other sources of funding, like the venture capitalist or bank loan for the companies, it can be a very expensive affair. That's why the companies go for IPOs, and going public will help the company to get a name. For example, some of you might not have heard the name of a particular company, but after they come into the stock market, after they get listed, or after they apply for an IPO, they become really famous, they make the headlines, and that is a part of publicity for them. So what are the demerits for the company to be listed? So one is, they have to submit all the documentations required by Securities Exchange Commission, and the second one is, they have to file the quarterly filings. The third one is, they have to have an annual financial proper annual financial reports, and the fourth one is, they are answerable to the stakeholders. So with some funds comes some responsibility. So the third very important question is, what are the things you have to look into before you apply for an IPO? So here I will say this stage is very important for each and every investor, because just following the herd mentality, because somebody is applying for an IPO, just blindly don't go and invest it. There are some steps involved in it. The first thing what I see before investing in any company, be it an IPO or anything else, is the management. How the management is, what is the history of the management. For example, my favorite management group is Tata Group. For various other reasons, you will also understand that the first thing to look at is the management of the company, and the second one is, please go through the financials of that company. This becomes very, very important. Without going through that and understanding, don't invest or apply for any IPO. The third thing what I look is, just check if the company has some key strengths. What is making it standing out? What is the USP of that company? For example, if you take Pidilite company, it is a monopoly in the adhesive sector. So that is the standing unique standing point for the company. So every company might have something which is different, and that will add to the strengths of the company. And the fourth thing is to check for the company's valuation. What is the valuation of the company? There are two ways to check this. One is check the PE ratio, price to earnings ratio. The next is the PB ratio, that is the price value and the book value. You can check the valuations over there. And the next one is check if there are some major risk factors for this company, or just in the general industry analysis will be enough. Next thing is, please look for the prospectus. A lot of people in the stock market today are applying to the companies even without looking at the prospectus of the company. What is a prospectus? A prospectus is a detailed brief of the initial public offering, why the company is offering, and all the details can be found there. But a lot of people are not looking at that. For example, when the Rolex rings IPO was announced, a lot of people applied to that, and one of the person who had applied, he had applied in lot of lots, he had invested a lot of lakh rupees in that, and another person asked him, boss, are you so sure about this company? But the another person answered is, yes, I am very sure about this company because my favorite watch is Rolex watch. But this company Rolex Rings is not involved in making watches. It is a manufacturing unit of something else. So without even proper research, without even proper knowledge, a lot of people are simply applying to the IPOs. So the fourth question is applying for an IPO really profitable? The answer is yes and no. Yes, if you are an informed investor. No, if you are following the herd mentality, like I gave the previous example. A lot of people think it is a money making process of IPO, but it's a wrong notion what people have. So the investor will have two objectives of applying for an IPO. One is a listing gain, second is to holding it for a longer term. In the listing gain process, what will happen? For example, if you had applied for an IPO for 100 rupees and you have got that, but the share opens at 150 rupees, that is at a premium. So I got a premium of 50 rupees, this 50 rupees profit I will book, I will go home. And in the second scenario, what will happen is, if the company is opening at a discount, for example, the price is 80 rupees, 100 rupees what I purchased, this opened at 80 rupees, I have got a loss of 20 rupees now. So there is also some risk factor associated. But for the long term investors also, who are planning to hold the IPO for a longer duration, you need to look at the financials very strongly, because it can open at a premium but it cannot perform in the longer run. So your funds will be blocked in this case. So what the companies and the promoters will do it, they will also make big trends in the news saying this price is at the premium. In the grey market, this price has gone into 100%, 50%, etc. But we need to be an informed investor, because it is our hard-earned money. We have to do our research properly and invest in proper companies. And the fifth, I will be showing you how you can apply for an IPO. To do that, the very basic thing what you want to have is a demat account. A demat account with any of the discount brokers. I personally prefer Zerodha. I will show you how to apply for an IPO in Zerodha now. If you go to Zerodha and login, so once you have login, you have to go to console. There is an option in Zerodha, go to console. In console, you have different options: dashboard, portfolio, reports, funds, accounts, etc. Go to portfolio, and you will get an option, third option as IPOs. If you click on IPOs, it will give an option of different IPOs what are available as of now. Today I can see there is an IPO open for Quad Pro. If I click on this, it will show me the timeline. It shows the offer start, when is the offer ending, when is the allotment finalization date, when will you get the refund if you are not allotted, and the demat transfer date, listing, etc. So you look at this and you click on, so it has given a minimum quantity you can apply is for 6,000. So I'll just click here apply. So if you apply, you will get an information of your UPI ID. You have to put your UPI ID, whatever number you have. After that, second option is the investment type. So basically we are all retail investor, individual investors. Select the individual investor thing. In the third aspect, you can go quantity, you can just put as 6,000. That's the basic, that's the bare minimum thing. Apply for 6,000. So you can, there is something called as price here. So it is giving a price band of 20 to 20 rupees. Issue price is 20 rupees. So you can just click on cut off. So this will issue whatever the cutoff price the company is deciding, you will get the shares at that is the 20 rupees over here, if you can see. And then you can say I agree, just click here, and then you have to click submit. Once you click submit, it will take you to the payment and you have to confirm your payment there. So once you have applied, you can check the allotment status. So the allotment status, it will be showing according to the date here. So the allotment finalization for this is 27th of September 2021. So on 27th, I will get to know if I have got this allotment or not. If you have gotten this allotment, 1,20,000 will be debited from your account and your shares will be in your demat account. So if your allotment is not approved, your whatever the money which is 1,20,000 is blocked by the bank account, it will be unblocked and you can use the funds for different use. And in today's situation, it is very difficult to get an IPO. A lot of people are applying. If you are lucky enough, you get it. But before you apply, make sure you do the right research and you put the money at the right place. So in this video, I have covered all the basic points. If you have some questions, please write in the comments below. And also, if you have some suggestions for the next videos, do let us know in the comment box. I hope this video was very simple and crisp for each and every one of you to understand. This is your friend Mohammed Shoaib. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.